Dear students, today I will teach you something very meaningful on how to remember words smoothly, how to memorize words hands down means easily. So the basic thing is that whatever you love gets permanently indelible in your brain. So always give your total attention or focus on the words. Look at the appearance of the words. Look at the letters the particular words has. Suppose I am telling you get, G-E-T. Remember this word get has 3 letters, only 1 vowel. And whenever you find any monosyllabic words or bisyllabic words, just make it fragmented. Suppose I am telling you, when I was reading in 8th standard, there was a competition, word competition in which I used a particular word that is E-R-E-R or ER. And when I was asked, I was challenged by my friends that is not utterly a word. So I brought the dictionary and showed in the class, and it was absolutely, perfectly correct word that means before. In 9th class, I also told a word Zeister. Why I am telling? Because 50 years back I have remembered this word. I have just built a strong acquaintance with these words. In 9th class, I told in that particular class in a word competition that is Zeister. Zeister means a type of weapon that is made out of bones. In 9th class, exactly it is in 10th class, I just wrote a sentence on Jawaharlal Nehru, on Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi was a resplendent personality, so resplendent at the time when back in the year 1973. So you see, so you have to find out the shortcuts to remembering words. That is called mnemonics. Mnemonics, M-N-E-M-O-N-I-C-S. So when I say, suppose most of the times I find that people exactly some students mostly tell that pronunciation, the noun form of pronunciation, that is wrong. Pronunciation, that means how to remember this. You have to find out a mnemonic, that is in pronunciation there lies a nun, N-U-N, the feminine gender of monk. So it will be completely right in your brain. So definition, the noun form of define is definition, but many students are writing that D-E-F-I-N-A. So remember, in definition there is no A. So even students do not know the definition, the difference between practice and practice. So practice is a verb, B stands for S, practice stands for noun, C stands for N. So in our alphabet, so we find first C, first N, C is equal to N, and your S is equal to V. So that mnemonics you have to find. Suppose I am telling you, suppose I told in the class that any word that ends with ing is definitely a verb. And I told the class that is going, go plus ing, going, eating, writing. One student stood up and asked me, Sir, king, K-I-G, is it a word? Is it a verb? I told, you see, going minus ing is equal to go. Go is a word. King minus ing is K. K is not a word, that is simply a letter. So mnemonics you have to find out. Before that, you have to develop a true love to knowing words, because words are the building block of language. You have to practice. Even I have seen that students reading in 10th class knows more than 20,000 words. Even there are students who are practicing 5 words every day. So you have to. So today I have written something on the chalkboard, that is hands-on tactics. Hands means individual and direct involvement. That means you are getting yourself involved. Involved tactics to remember words hands down means easily. Suppose there is a word superintendent. Many students are writing S-U-P-E-R-I-N-T-E-N-D-E-N-T or D-A-N-T. So it's become very much confusing for the students. So remember, a superintendent, E-N-T, works in department, E-N-T, and gives comment ENT on development ENT. So now it will be easier for you to remember words. You can know the spelling of superintendent hands down. Again, you fragment it to three portions, that is super. Easily you can know super. Super is the anagram of purse, P-U-R-S-E. So another word game that you have to remember, you have to practice word game, that is anagram. So super plus intent means wish plus ENT. Another super, we know, you know, everybody knows. In, very simple. Ten, very simple. Den. So superintendent. So what I was telling, that pronunciation or pronunciation. In pronunciation there is a N-U-N, the feminine gender of monk. Again comes stationery. Suppose I am going to bring pen, pencil, paper, etc. Whether I will write N-A-R-Y or N-E-R-Y. So remember, paper, E-R, paper is found in stationery shop. Locomotive, that is my own creation. Loco means from place to place. Locomotive means liked everywhere. This is a locomotive institute. This is a locomotive organization. This is something like that you have to remember. So write them down. After that, I will give you also another meaningful techniques or tactics. You can know it hands down. Write it down. Dear eager beavers, word lovers, wordaholics, and I've already given you something on the chalkboard, and I think you must have written it. Now come to the board. I have given some examples how to memorize. Suppose accommodation. Many students are confused whether to use one C or two C's or one M or two M's. Accommodation. So remember, we need two cots, beds, and two mattresses. So double C, double M. Another thing you have to remember, that you have to practice acronyms. For every word, suppose word, W-O-R-D, S words. W stands for wonderful, O for orderly, R for enforced, strengthened, decorous, synergistic words. Suppose any word. Suppose even you tell, suppose flower, you make acronym. F stands for faith, something like that, faith. L for loyalty, O for orderly, W for wonderful, E for enthusiasm, R for reformation. Even on teacher, you frame out acronyms, T for transparency, something like that. When you practice, you try to form acronyms for every word, and you can do. I bet you can. So now comes anagrams. Suppose your table TABLE becomes BLEAT, that is anagram word game. Word play, it is very much so. Words, anagram is shown. So what happens when you are able to frame out acronyms for every word? And anagrams, not all words have anagrams. Some of the anagrams you have to know. Acronyms for every words you can frame. Acronyms and some anagrams. So what will happen? It will be easier for you. Now I am telling you something. Somebody told me that, sir, you have told me that timely is an adjective, but sir, you have told us that any word ending with the ly is an adverb. So I told him that gladly minus ly is equal to glad. Glad is an adjective because I am very glad. So any word that comes after very is an adjective. I am very beautiful, beautiful adjective. I am very tall, also I am very glad. So adjective plus ly is equal to adverb. So timely minus ly is equal to time. So this is my time, noun. So noun plus ly is equal to adjective. So the techniques, you have to find out to own mnemonics, shortcuts, how to remember the names. So I am telling you. So after this, I will teach you how to implement some of the tricks by means of any word that can be implemented. So write it down now. Dear word lovers, now come to the board. This technique you remember. Erudite. So erudite words that I learnt from the book How to Influence People by Dale Carnegie. It is written erudite tomes, T-O-M-S means books, erudite means wise. Erudite means wise, W-I-S-E. Rules how to remember this. Not for this word, for every word. For every word, you know to start practicing these rules. Foolproof rule. Hands-on tactics. You can remember words hands down. Rules, write 3 times, instantly write down. Repeat orally 5 times, instantly. Then revise 3 times, morning, noon and bedtime. Continue revision for 3 days. Whatever the word, whatever the length of the word it might be. So now come to this gap filling exercise. Gap filling exercise. Wise begin with the E. That means erudite. Then do this practice. ER-U. Then you can write also. Now this type of things ERUD-TE. After this, form a word using the 4th, 5th, 7th and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is your 6th and 7th. That is 6th letter. That is 6th letter. That is your 7th letter. After this, when you practice the meaning of these words, that erudite means wise, you do another exercise. True false question. An erudite person is wise, true or false? True. An erudite person is foolish, false. Everybody should be erudite, true. Our principal is an erudite person, true. After this, yes, no. An erudite student can answer all the questions, true or yes or no, yes. So true false question, yes no question. After this, you write 5 sentences from your own mind using erudite. Suppose professors of any subject are erudite. Our class teacher is erudite. I intend to be an erudite person. So after 3 days you see, after if you obey these rules and practice for 3 days, true false rules, yes no rules, gap filling exercise, even you can frame an acronym ERUDIT. Suppose E enthusiasm, R reformation, U understanding, D dutifulness or duty, I introspection, T transparency, E efflorescence, EFFLORESCEN. So acronym must be there. For every word you know. Write 3 times instantly, repeat orally 5 times instantly, revise 3 times morning, noon, night, continue revision for 3 times. Whenever you are on your cycle or you are taking rest or sitting silently, revise this word erudite. And after this you think that erudite means wise. Oh, let us see. Your wise is in a dying condition. It is on the deathbed. Don't use it. Come to the modern word, that is erudite. So I think this technique you just remember. After this, in another video I will just give something more synergistic and systematic and modernistic, so that it will help you. I think you must be benefited by this, and if you like this, share and subscribe. Thank you. Muchas gracias.